correct that you were not present when the cell phone referred to in the CC was recovered?
Afa ke nnete gore lena le be le sego ge be sellathekeng sela se se go botlhatsi ba CC se be se khumanwa. Yes, I was not present.
Uyiqiniso ukuthi nkathi kuthola ke makhalekhukhwini lona ke ochaziwe ke kwizibithu usisi ngangekho.
At the time when it was handed to you, it was not contained in a silver.
Ge be ba le nya yona e be e se ka gare ga lesakana le le tswaletšwe. That is correct.
Uyiqiniso nokuthi ke nkathi ke idluliso noma inikezwa kumina ke yayingekho ke kuyisaka ke noma ke isikhwama ke sobufakazi.
And you did not find it from any of the registers of the prison where all the cell phones are recovered from inmates.
Ga senke le humane go di registera tša kgolego tše le gore di lathekeng ka moka tše di humaneng go ba golegwa di be di ngwatšwe gona.
Ke nnete o meyewe e tla tlhatlhaloša ke Mr. Yaka ka gore ke golego ya gage mme ba na le tsela ye bona ba e dirang ka gona.
That is correct. However, that would be explained by Mr. Yaka as he is the head of that prison. Perhaps they have a different way which they are using.
Kuyiqiniso nokuthi ke kuyincwadi ke noma kuma register ke wo ke ama police station ke la ekubhalwa khona ke lokho noma ke omakhalekhukhwini abatholakele kuyiboshwa ukubhalwa khona ke kodwa ke lokho kuzochazwa uyena ke uMr. Yaka ngoba kuyena ke inhloko noma ke ophethe ke kuleyo police station.
Forget about what will be explained by Mr. Yaka.
Ba re le bale ka se le tlhalosetsweng ke mongadi Yaka.
I'm asking you if you found this cell phone registered in any of the registers where you signed for it.
Ba re ba botsisha lena gore sellathekeng sela go gona mo ileng gore se be se ngwadilwe gona go seding sa di registera la pile lena la sign.
Na awa.
No.
Cha akukho la khona ke ngithole ibhake khona ke kwincwadi ethize la ebafuneka ukuthi ngisayinde kuyona.
Was it kept in any safe when it was handed to you?
Ge be ba le nya yona e be e le ka gare ga safe area.
Awa.
No.
Akukho ke nesefe ke noma ke safe la eyadena khona ke nkathi nikezwa kumina.
Okay. And is it also correct that you don't know as to when was it recovered from the said inmate?
Afa ke nnete gore lena gape ga le tsebe le gore ba ihumane neneng go mo latofatong.
Ka re tshetse go boletsa gape le ne re ke se ka bolela ka Mr. Yaka gomme ke ena tlatlang a tlhaloša botse gore ke ga le ba gomme nna ke tsebe gore na o ikelele eng.
As I have said, even though you said I should not mention Mr. Yaka, however, he is the one that would be able to come and explain on when did he discover that cell phone.
Ukuthi ke yatholakala nini noma yathola nini ke kwisiboshwa leso bese ngiphendulele kwaba wena ke ongivimba yo ukuthi ngingakhulumi noMr. Yaka ukuthi uyena ongasho ke noma ongeza azosho ukuthi yatholakala nini sona isiboshwa.
But I am asking you, Mr. Mokhane, do you know when was it recovered? When? Time, I mean time. When was it recovered from the alleged inmate? Yes or no? If you don't know, you don't know.
Le a tseba na gore ni ba humane ning sellathekeng sela go yena mogolegwa ge le tseba le a tseba ge le sa tsebe le bolela gore ga le tsebe.
A ke tsebe.
I do not know.
Thank you.
Azi ukuthi yathola nini ke isikhathi ke nini kusona isiboshwa.
Thank you very much. Was there any SIM card included or packed inside together with the cell phone that was recovered?
Go be gona le SIM card go yona phone yengwe.
Azanga lebela SIM card na beno tšea sellathekeng se fela.
I did not look for the SIM card. I just took the cell phone.
Angizange ngibheke ukuthi ke ucingo noma ke makhalekhukhwini lowo une SIM card yinye ngathatha kuphela ke ucingo lo.
Okay. What was the serial number of the cell phone that you recovered?
Nomoro ya serial number ya cell phone yengwe e be e re.
Aw a ka tšea ke tsebe.
I did not take the serial number. therefore I do not know.
ukuthi ke i-serial number yayo ithini angizange ngiyithathe-ke ngakho ke angazi ukuthi ithini i-serial number yayo.
Why not?
Ngobanini?
Akana ucha serial number ka cell phone.
I did not think of taking the serial number as I was instructed to come and take the cell phone.
Ngicabangeke ukuthi ke ngithathe i-serial number nanjengoba ngatshelwa-ke ukuthi ke angize ngizolanda noma ngizothatha ucingo.
Mr. Mokhane, you are a detective. Am I correct?
Mr. Mokhane, ke nnete gore lena le detective.
Nnete.
That is correct.
And you said for how many years of experience you have, or you had at that time in 2020 when you recovered this cell phone?
I think plus minus 20 years, no, 15 plus.
Plus minus 15 years.
Ngathi ngaleso sikhathi-ke 2020 ngathi neminyaka engathi-ke ngaba ngaphansi noma-ke ngaphezulu-ke ku-15.
Okay. So you are telling this court that a detective of 15 years of experience did not know that he was supposed to check the serial number of the cell phone that he has recovered and record it.
Detective when corona ngwaga ye le 15 go ba go fetisha ye no gore ge ba khumana cell phone bona ga gona mo le gore ba lebella cell phone and we serial number ya cell phone we le gore ba e balfa
Re bolela ora re go mo mushumong na gongwe ona lo tlhakatlhakana wa ska go pola go tsamana eng wa tlogela eng.
In the line of duties there is somewhere where things are mixed up, where you do not know what to write and what not to write.
Uma wenza-ke umsebenzi kuba nala khona-ke izinto noma-ke information seyizana khona-ke ungazi ukuthi yini kufanele uyibhale yini kufanele ungayibhali.
I understand, Mr. Mokhane, but in this instance, you have recovered a cell phone which was not contained in a seal bag. And when you receive that cell phone, you don't check and record the serial number for that cell phone.
Bare kana go ye lena le khumana mogala o ile gore o be o se ka gare ga le sakana le bentswa le tlo gape lena ga le sa lebella le serial number ya lona ya ona mogala o.
O lela nnete a ja go gola go ngwala serial number na be ke no tša cell phone fela.
To be quite honest, I did not think of writing the serial number. I just thought of taking the cell phone.
Ukukhuluma nje iqiniso-ke angizange ngicabange ukuthi kubhaleke inamba leyo abayibiza ngokuthi-ke serial number ngeza-ke mina ukuthi-ke ngizolanda-ke ucingo lolo.
I put it to you that the cell phone you have referred to in Exhibit CC, it's not the cell phone that was recovered by Mr. Miaka from the inmates referred to in this exhibit.
Barbale bojale na gore sela thekeng se le gore le dalo le tla sona go botlhatsi ga se sona sela se se le gore se be se khumana ke mo ga di ya
A ke tso fetola bela ga gore nna ke khweditse cell phone ya style ke fa ke Mr. Yaka gore yena o itirela mfutamang o a sona.
Whether how he got it and when I do not know.
Ngiyatshela-ke ukuthi-ke ucingo lolu okhuluma ngalo lana-ke akusilona-ke lolu obatholakala-ke kwiyiboshwa noma kwesinye seyiboshwa-ke angazi-ke ukuthi ngizophendula kanjani-ke lona mina-ke ukuthi-ke ngathola-ke i-cellphone style ukuthi uMr. Miaka wayithola kanjani ithola abantu angakwazi-ke lo.
To put it differently, do you know how many stylo cell phones had been recovered from inmates at Kalakabusha prison on the same date of the 20th of August 2020?
Bare lena le a tseba na gore gona le megala ye mekae ya style ye le gore ba ikhumane ka lona tšatši la di 20 August ka kwa Kalakabusha. No, I do not know.
Angazi-ke ukuthi-ke kunama-cellphone amangaki ohlobo lwestyle atholakala ngalelo langa lelo-ke August 2020 kulona ijele laseKalakabusha.
Do you have evidence to prove that this stylo that you mentioned in your evidence in chief is the same one that was recovered from the said inmate referred to in Exhibit CC?
Lena re botlhatsi bo e leng gore o ka tla ba tlhaloša gore sona se lla thekeng same way ke sona se le gore se khumane go le ena mo go le wa uwe wo ile gore go be go lela ka ena mo botlhatseng mo ba ga sisi
ka fetola ga gore nka ke la o hlatse gomme Mr. Yaka ke ena tla tlang a tlhalositša kgoro o tla le fetola botse gore na selathekeng se a mphileng sona sa se goditseng go molatofatšwa na.
My Lord, I can respond by saying I do not have any evidence. However, Mr. Yaka is the one that would come and explain on whether did he find that cell phone from that inmate or not.
Ngabe yini ke ubufakazi noma ungasho yini ukuthi ke style lesi onikeze ngomfako noma wethule ubufakazi ngaso ubufakazi bakho kuyinhloko ukuthi isona ke lesi ekhulunywa ngaso lana ke exhibit CC ubufakazi ukuthi ke nabo ke angeke ngisho kodwa ke uMr Yaka ekuyena ke owayithola ke uyena ongazo phake lenkantolo ubufakazi ke asho ukuthi wayithola kuyena loyo muntu lowo noma wayithola kanjani.
Please try not to include Mr. Yaka. When I say you, I mean you as Warrant Officer Mokhane. If you say you do not have evidence, it should end there. You do not have evidence. Forget about what Mr. Yaka will come and say.
Bare lena lo tlhatse ba ba gopela gore le se go bolela ka mogadi Yaka yena o tla a tlo tlhalosha ifela ba nyaka go tseba ka lena gore lena le leng Warrant Officer Mohane le na le bona go tlhatse bo wena.
You understand?
Le a boshisha
Ke le kwishisha mara bjale ke tla tlhomelo o eletša ka gore ke fela ke tsopola Mr. Yaka ka gore ke ena mphileng selathekeo seo ke seo yena mara a ke na bjona bohlatse bjo ba ke yona na.
Yes, I do understand. However, I will keep on referring to Mr. Yaka as he is the one that has given me that cell phone, and I do not have that evidence that it was from that inmate.
Ngizocela ke ukuthi uma ukhuluma ngoba uma ngikubuza ke ngibuza wena ke Mokhane ungafaki ke uMr Yaka ngiyakuzwa ke kodwa ke njalo uma ngikhuluma ngizophendula ke ngithi uMr Yaka ngoba uyena umuntu owamnikeza lolo cingo lolo mina ke ufazi ngoba anginabo.
Okay. Let's now come into the exhibit per se that we have referred to this court, which is Exhibit CC. Firstly, let me clarify this, which I did not get it clear from the state. Are you testifying from the original book or from the extract of the original book?
Le fana ka tlhatso go tloga go original bookeng ya gona goba le fana ka tlhatso go tlogela ntho e leng gore e be e dirilwe copy.
Original.
It is the original book.
Lana engithola khona ke ubufakazi incwadi lena ke iyona incwadi yalaphana e-police station ebizwa ukuthi ke original.
Where is it? Can I see
Bare le ba bontshe yona.
the book? Court order. Okay, let's start from column number 1. Serial number 604. Is that the entry that you read into the record?
Bare thome ka column ya mathomos yeleng 604 ke yona e leng ngoje.
A ke tsona nka ka copy nna kgone go bala
Yes, get copies.
Sanga se fetola ka so.
Thank you.
Yo.
Yes, it
And
is.
the date written there is the 20th of August 2020. Am I correct?
Date e ngoje di 20 ta August 2020.
Nditi.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yebo ke lapha phezulu 604 idate nge-20 August 2020.
That date indicated as 20 August 2020, is this the date in which you entered this exhibit into this register, or is the date in which you recovered the handset?
Letšatši le le leng gore go ngwetšwe ka lona e leng di 20 ta August 2020. Lena ke letšatši le leng gore le be le ngwala mouwe goba ke letšatši le be le amogela mo sellathekeng seo.
handling in exhibit kwa Phosphorus.
It is the date when I handed in the exhibit in Phosphorus.
Ilanga leli lange 20 August 2020 ilanga ke la exhibit leli engalifaka noma engadlulisela ngalo police station yase Phosphorus.
Okay. When was it recovered?
Yona ihumanweni.
Kali 19 of 8, 2020.
On the 19th of August in 2020.
Yona ke yatholakala ngazo 19 zika August ngo 2020.
At what time?
Anakoma?
I
do not recall what time was it, but it was in the afternoon.
Angisakhumbulike isikhathi ke kodwa ke kwakusemini.
Did you record it anywhere?
Like I said, that my diary went missing. I was writing in my diary.
Ukuthi ke khona ke la babhala khona ke bese ngishilo ke ngaphambilini ukuthi ke incwadi yami ke i-diary yalahleka ila engangibhala khona.
And from the time when you recovered it up to the time when you entered this exhibit into the register, where was this handset kept?
Go tlogelleng nakong yebe le khumana go fitlhelleng nakong yebe le ngwana mo yona sona se la thekeng sela se be se le kae. It was kept in our vehicle.
Kusela ngenkathi itholakala ke kuze be isikhathi lesike siyidlulisela khona ke nibhala lana ke yagcinwe kuphi ke yona ke le cell phone emotweni.
Is it the procedure that the exhibits should be kept in your vehicle? Or in a lock-up safe?
Or in a
lock-up safe?
Ke ka mo go ile gore go sepelwa ka ona go berekiswa ka ona gore cell phone go ba botlhatse bo lokelwe ka gare ga koloi ya lena go ba swanetse bo be ka gare ga safe e tswalwa.
Re kushisha apeka 19 be re le KZN re busy ka nya tshisho tsheding. Umerele we krea then ra bia mo koloing ra drive officer fro per fika Phosphorus re bukai.
If you recall, on the 19th we were in KZN in Mbangeni, and that's when we placed it in the vehicle. And we drove until in the morning when we arrived in Gauteng in Phosphorus.
Ngizokhumbula ke noma umbuzo ukuthi ke indlela ke nisebenza ngayo yini ukuthi ke uma nomfakazi noma ke exhibit ligcinwa emotweni noma ke safe uthi kuzokhumbula ukuthi ke ngengazo i19 sasise KZN Mbangeni ke la ekusebenza khona ke umsebenzi ke sase siyahamba ke manje sithatha uhambo siza khona ke la eGoli safika ke ekseni la safika khona ke ePhosphorus la ise ibhala khona.
Did you write any sworn-in statement wherein you state that from the time when this exhibit was recovered up to the time when it was entered here, it was kept in your car and not in a lock-up safe?
Leader, one statement mo ile gore le le kana le bolela gore go tlogelleng nakong ye le gore sela thekeng sela se khumane go fitlhelleng le la ilo sengwala lona lena le belentse le se loketse ka koloing e seng ka safe.
E ke gopola botse ke zungwetse mo diary nyaka gore step by step we just step ke kama somebody mabi ilahlekile ne tla lo ntshwa go ngwetsheng.
If my memory serves me well, I remember writing on my diary step by step on what had happened. It's just unfortunately it went missing.
You know what warrant?
Kunala uyibhala khona noma owabhala khona ukuthi ke izibit leli ke lagcinwa ke emotweni kodwa ke alagcinwa ke safe. Ngeshwa ke manje ngoba ngishilo ukuthi ngabhala ke kwi-diary noma kwincwadi ke yami ngokulandelelana ukuthi kwenzekani ke bese ngishilo ukuthi yalahleka.
Warrant officer, I'm not talking about the diary. I'm talking about a sworn-in statement, chain statement. You know what I'm referring to.
Warrant officer, where you done, Mr.
For the handling of this handset, did you do a sworn-in statement wherein you specified the time when you recovered this exhibit and how was it kept until the time when it was entered into this register?
Warrant officer, babulele ka diary, babulela ka statement se no gore lena le ngwetse dilo ka moka tseno gore di diragetse go tlogelleng nakong ge be le khumana cell phone ye we go fitlhelleng le be le tlo feletsa le setse le ngwala le setse le lokela ka bua ka stationeng ka mo. I do understand and I did not write.
Thank you very much.
Ngiyabuzwa ke kodwa ke i-statement esifungelwe ke lokubizwa ngokuthi ke i-sworn statement angizange ngisibhale ke ukuthi ke uma kutholakala ucingo lagcinwa-ke emotweni kwaze kwayisikhathi la sifika khona-ke phosphorus iphosphorus lase-ke kuyabhalwa-ke encwadini yakho.
Okay. Whilst we are still on column number 3, wherein you identified the cell phone seal bag P2B 00, is it 00 or 000258286?
Mo column ya bararo ba re ba botša gore ke 00 goba ke 000.
Because from this register, there is 000.
Gobane go register e ba e swereng e ngwadilwe 000.
Le ka mo gape e re P2B 000258286.
Even on the side, it is P2B 000258286.
Nalana-ke engifunda khona-ke kubhaliwe-ke P2B 000 bathathu-ke 258 286.
What was the color of the handset?
Mala was Latin Belo Mubang.
It
It was black.
Umbala-ke wabe i-cellphone lena wawumnyama.
Where is that? Where is that? Where does it say you recovered a black stilo cell phone here in this register?
I just wala go hloka go detail cell phone.
I did not write it. What was important is that I received a cell phone.
Ukuthi-ke yayimnyama-ke ngibhalanga-ke lokho kubalulekile kusemqoka ukuthi ngathola umakhalekhukhwini.
You did not write it because you never recovered any black stilo cell phone from Mr. Yaga.
Baralebaka la gore lena le ska ngwana ke ka lebaka la gore ga sanka la khumana stilo se sentsho se se jwa go mongadiya.
Go bala go tshisa pele le sholo le bela ka tlhalosetsa gore ke efeng ke kreilego cell phone o tswa Mr. Yaga.
May I ask Ms. Mshololo, maybe you will explain to me which cell phone did I get from Mr. Yaga?
Uma uthi-ke kungoba-ke akusilona iqiniso angizange ngithole umakhalekhukhwini kuyena uMr. Yaga, mhlawumbe ungangichazela noma ngibuze kwena ukuthi kungoba yiphi-ke engayithola kuyena uMr. Yaga.
We are not asking question. I'm the only one who is asking. You are only answering. If you don't know the answer, just say so.
Lena ba lena tokelo ya gore le ka ba botša dipotšišo ke bona ba e leng gore ba le botša dipotšišo ge le sa tsebe lena le no ba botša gore ga le tsebe.
Let's move on to column number 4.
A re ye go column number 4.
You said the entry in column number 4 belonged to the founder of the cell phone. Is that what you said in your evidence in chief? Am I correct?
Selo se se ngwalang mo we mo column ya before e bolela ka motho wo a humaneng cell phone. That is correct.
Ushilo-ke ukuthi column 4 lana ikhuluma-ke okay ilo owathola uyena lo owathola ucingo ngathi yebo kuyiqiniso.
Is this true?
That is correct.
Are you the one who found the cell phone?
Ke lena ba humaneng cell phone eo.
Ke ngwetse ka gore ke fumanega Mr. Yaga.
I wrote it because I received it from Mr. Yaga.
Why didn't you write that here?
Mina ngayithola kuyena uMr. Yaga.
Why didn't you write that here? That you received the handset from Mr. Yaga.
Gore le humane sellathekeng go tswa go Mr. Yaga.
Ka ke tse ke statement sa go ke skelela Mr. Yaga. Ba no mo ke ngwetse gore ke nna ke amphile go yona ba the founder. We sure ke nna ke la dilengwa trongo nga sa ka ikrea go
As it is written on my statement, I wrote it here that I received it from Mr. Yaga, not that I am the one that discovered it from the inmate. I received it from Mr. Yaga.
Ubhalwe ku-statement sami ukuthi-ke ngimina ongayithola kuMr. Yaga, hayi ukuthi mina ngayithola sona isiboshwa kodwa ngayithola kuyena uMr. Yaga.
So this entry is not the true information. Does not contain the true information, does not contain the true fact that you are the one who found this cell phone. It was Mr. Yaga.
Ke sa boletša ke gana na le lena gape ka gore nna mo ke ngwetse ka ge ke boletša ke re ke file ke Mr. Yaga mo toronkong and ke itse gore ke nna ke fumaneng ka kwa gare ke file ke Mr. Yaga.
I repeat and dispute what you are saying. I am saying I received the cell phone as I was given by Mr. Yaga, not that I am the one that discovered it from an inmate. However, I received it from Mr. Yaga in prison.
Ngiyaphinda ke futhi ngiyakuphikisa ke okushoyo ke ukuthi la engibhalile ukuthi mina ngalithola ucingo lokubuya noMr. Yaga. Hayi ukuthi mina ngalithola lapha ejele noma ke kusona isiboshwa kodwa uMr. Yaga owanikeza mina.
Okay. You said you have forgotten at what time was this handset. Did you recover this? Did you receive this handset at Kalagabusha? At what time did you enter it into this exhibit book?
Le rile le nang le gore le khumane na bomang sella thekeng sela ka kwa kana ka botho. Jwale le nang le ngwadile mo kana bomang.
go pola go se le foro o ka OB number tsa go tswa kana bona.
If I remember well, it was in the morning, and the OB number would tell us what time was it.
Uma lana ke uma ubuza ngesikhathi yebo kushilo ukuthi ke angikhumbuli ke isikhathi yatholakala ngaso kodwa ke ukuthi yabhalwa nini lana ke inamba lena ke yencwadi lena ke ibizwa ngokuthi OB iyona ke ezositshela kodwa basekuseni.
Okay. Then column number 6. Can you read?
Column number 6.
Can you read it again for me? 6.1. I see the date.
Date barba ya ibona.
Item 3.1 booked out for downloading.
Lana ke ubhaliwe ukuthi ke kwase iyakhishwa ke manje iyahanjiswa ukuthi iyohlola noma ke iyo downloadwa.
Yeah. At what time?
Kana bona.
Ya go le la gape ke OB tla go lela gore na go ma ke sa go pola.
I would repeat that the OB would be able to tell us what time was it. I do not remember.
Why did he-
ngaphambilini ngesikhathi ukuthi iOB ke noma incwadi ke lena izosho ke isikhathi mina angikhumbuli.
And why didn't you include that time here in this column? Because there is a space here.
Gobaneng le saka la ngwana
The
nako
time when
eo
this
we-
exhibit was booked out.
gobane go na le sekgoba sa gore botlhatsi bo bue lena le bontšhitše ka nako mang.
O me ke bala mo re ngwala go ya ka mongwalo o mo information re intšhanking a go gopole mo ka bona le nako.
As I read the column, we write as per what the information we received here, and there is nowhere where it specifies the time.
Uma ke sibhala ke lana ke lapha yana phezulu bayasichazela ke ukuthi yiphi imininingwane ekufanele ibhalwe. Uma ngibheka ke lana akukho la ngibona khona kukhuluma ngesikhathi.
You further tested what happened to this handset after you had booked it out from the exhibit register.
Go diragetse eng ka yona botlhatsi bo bue ka moraga gore lena le be le ntšhitše go exhibit eo.
Sa le ka isha go Colonel Stein analyst ya rena gore re download.
I took it to Colonel Stein, our analyst, for him to download it.
Where
Mase
did-
ngikhiphile ke lana ngayihambisa kuyena ke uKenneth Stein ukuthi ke ayoyibheka ke.
Where did Colonel Stein sign for this exhibit when you handed it to him?
Colonel Stein yena o signile kae ge be le mone ya yona.
O sena mo diary ya ka ke re lahlelile ne tla ba tlhatsi ba go
He
isainetse.
signed on my diary. As I am saying, it went missing. I would be able to produce it and show you that he had signed.
Bese ngishilo ke noma ke uma esayina yena ke uKenneth Stein usayina ke kuyona idiary yami nanoma bese ngishilo ke ukuthi ke ilahlekile la bengizotshengisa khona ke ukuthi wasayina.
So you don't have records regarding the handing over of these exhibits to Colonel Stein.
Gora gore lena ga lena tsona dilo tse di ka re bontšhang gore Shifa le be le monea monga di Stein na pile yena a di amogela.
Ka maswabi ona jwa tsa tena ba.
Unfortunately, at the moment, I do not have those records.
Ngeshwa ke akukho ke la engatshengisa khona ukuthi ngempela ngidlulisa kuyena ke uKenneth Stein.
Did you apply for any 205 cell phone evidence regarding this handset?
Le ne le dira kgopelo ya 205 ka botlhatsi botlhe.
Awa.
No,
Isicelo ke noma ke lesi esibizwa ngokuthi ke section 205.
Why not?
Mayelana ke ne-cellphone lena angizange ngisenze.
Why not?
gobane
Ke lefapha la brigadier Gininda leo la section 205 nna ke dirile mšomo ga o fitlha mo umena ujamu ujalapi.
That is the department of Brigadier Gininda. I did my duties up to there, and then he will take over further.
Ukuthi kungani ke ngazange kwenzeke lokho ukuthi ke lokho ke ungaphansi kwakhe ke uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi bese yena beqhubekayo mina ngawenza umsebenzi wami ukufica khona la ukusuka lapho undlula ngaphambili ba uyena ke uBrigadier Gininda.
Okay. Did you take this handset to any of the service providers?
Lile la
Cell phone service providers
Lile la sithiya la
at any stage?
gongwe la sisha go ba bang ba ile gore ba shoma ka di la thekeng.
Akitse mna zanga isha akitse na ba bang le ba tswela pele ka moshomo ba dirile na.
Personally, I did not. I do not know if others that were busy working on the cell phone, did they take it to any service provider? But personally, I did not.
Ukuthi ke yadluliswa ke isuka kule ndawo ke zama cell phones noma lokhu phecelezi ke bathi ke ama service provider khulunya la ngaboma MTN aboma Cell C aboma Vodacom ukuthi abanye laba bakwenza lokho mina angazi kodwa mina ke angizange ngikwenze.
Did you at any stage, is it correct that we are part of the investigating team in this matter?
Yes, it's correct.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi yebo ngiyingxenye noma ngiyingxenye yethimba eliphenyayo kulecala.
Since you took this handset and handed it to Colonel Steyn, did you receive any downloads of the request that we have related to Colonel Steyn?
Kamera go lebele fane ka sellathekeng se le seneile Colonel Steyn di le la fumana di download tse be di boya wena Colonel Steyn.
Awa ka ke tshetse bole tse ke fa pala Brigadier Gininda gomme ke na tsebang gore o dira re tsheng ka tsho.
No, and as I have already stated that is the department of Brigadier Gininda. He is the one that will be able to know on what happened about with them.
Ucingo lokuselithathiwele la hanjiswa kuyena uKenneth Steyn ingaba wathola yini imiphumela ke cha bese ngishilo ukuthi ukudlulela lapho ukuya ngaphambili ke besekumsebenzi ka Brigadier Gininda uyena ke ozokwazi ukuthi kwenzekani.
Thank you, my lord. I've got no further questions.
Exam. Zulu has indicated that she wants to ask a question.
She said he didn't have questions. But I want to clarify something, my lord, after this witness